Hey, Ari. Hey, so I am on here trying to let all my 14.1 followers know. Follow me on follow me on Instagram. No, follow me on TikTok because, yeah, a shorty trying to get good at TikToks. So what's going to push me is if I have some friendly faces that are following me, okay? Hey, girl. Said, hey, boss. But no, really. If you have a TikTok, go follow me. It's the same. Nella Baby XOXO. Yeah. I just made a video about what is your why on if you get to 10,000 followers. And also any help or pointers on saving my aloe plant because for some reason, either I need to repot it or something is happening. So yeah, sorry. It was like getting a little dark. I was looking a little crazy, but yeah. So your girl is going to try to be getting online a little bit more often because this just not getting on social media is like dead. You know, I've been MIA long enough, so now's the time for me to reappear and say hello to everybody. I'm back. Yeah, I need to get my eyebrows done, but just know it's coming. I'm gonna get my eyebrows done. Hey, Nicole. I don't know if you just got on or if you're with Ari, because Ari was just on here. But I'm letting everybody know, please go check out my TikTok. I am currently working on becoming a better TikToker. I started it a long time ago, but what's good? Why can't you wave back? I don't know. Is it not allowing you to? That's weird. But, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, I am trying so hard to get into the TikTok world. Like I started my TikTok probably like 3 or 4 years ago, but I just like never could get into it because I took a whole hiatus from just social media in general whenever COVID happened. And yeah, after like I just like completely tapped out of social media, I feel like it's really weird. Like I miss all the people I used to talk to on here. Like I miss all my fam from a distance. Yeah, I just like, I want to get back to y'all. And hopefully y'all didn't just feel like I neglected you. But I'm sorry. I'm going to do better. Forgive me, please. But yeah, please go check out my TikTok. It's Nella Baby XOXO. Currently, my newest videos are what is your why on getting to 10,000 followers? And the other one is how do I save my aloe plant? Because either I need to be cutting pieces from it or I need to repot it. Yeah, help me save my aloe plant. Here to let y'all know, please go check out my TikTok, Nella Baby XOXO. Yeah. If you guys go follow, it will help me a lot better at getting better in making videos. I am going to try the next 30 days. I'm going to have a challenge as far as at least making a video a day and just seeing how I feel about it, whether or not I want to go bounce back and forth between Instagram and TikTok. Another reason why I want to get a little bit better at making TikToks is mainly because I do run a business, my family's restaurant, and it is a struggle trying to think of like trendy things. And it's mainly because I'm not on social media like I used to be. And if I were to just kind of try to slowly ease back into it, I think like that would help a lot. Aloe plant, put on paper, change dirt, mix. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot that and try that out and see what happens, because yeah, I never even knew like an aloe plant can like leak. Like it's leaking. It's gleeking at me. I'm just playing. But no, for real, like I've missed everybody on here. I know I've said that in the last like maybe 2 months I've came onto live like periodically. But I do want to get better at getting back on social media. There's so many people that I've met throughout the years that I just feel like I've neglected, because we've only really been like friends through if I get on live or if I post something or if I see a post. And because I have not been on social media like that, I just feel as if like I've really neglected people that have been super nice to me over the years, just been genuine people, genuine followers, genuine supporters. And yeah, I want to get back to that. But I am going to, for anybody that's coming in right now, just try to bounce back and forth. My goal really right now is learning and mastering things on TikTok. I mean, obviously, when I say like mastering, I'm still going to be myself. Like there's not anything that I'm going to be like, oh, let me be like this or let me be like that. Like, no, I'm going to be myself. Like I've always been like genuinely myself, and I want to keep that. Sorry, I'm still getting over like just this weird whatever. But yeah, if you guys have TikTok, you can overwater it. I don't think I've been overwatering it. I think I've been maybe underwatering it, because I've just been thinking like it's in the family, right, of like cactuses and everything. So I've been like not watering it enough. I don't know. I just want to be a good plant mom, okay? But what was I going to say? Yeah, I want to get better at just not like, shoot, I'm like an old lady. I'm an old lady because I don't know nothing about these trends. Like my employees at the restaurant come in and they're like, did you see this on TikTok? And I'm like, no. Let's do this blah, blah, blah trend. And I'm like, what? So I just kind of want to be more in tune with things like that and be able to have more fun with my coworkers, be able to just like see where it takes me, like see what new people I'll meet, because I do believe like those were some of the happiest moments of my life, just like meeting people through social media and like generating cool friendships and relationships with people. Like that's what all of this is about, right? Like meeting people, learning from people. My parents own a restaurant. I help run it with them. My dad is in the back of the house. I am in the front of the house. Sorry. I don't know why I stumbled upon my words, but yeah, so we have a restaurant in Terre Haute, Indiana. We have breakfast, lunch, and we have one night currently that we serve as well. We originally had a couple more nights and it just like didn't make sense once we opened up on Sundays. So we're mainly like breakfast and lunch. Friday nights we have chess, where anybody can come in and play chess, for beginners, experts, anybody that wants to learn. It's really, really fun. It's really cool to just see like who comes out on those nights, as well as they come out on Sundays and play. We're a little different from, I guess, your traditional like breakfast place, because we do have some of our items that are like ethnic to where we're from. So like we have Bosnian coffee, which I think I have, Johnny is on here right now. That's what made me want to mention the Bosnian coffee. He is a huge fan of the Bosnian coffee. And recently we just started selling, hey friend. Recently we just started selling baboose, which, you know, yeah, I know it's your fave. I know. You haven't been in for a while though. You need to come in. But yeah, like I just feel as if I haven't been spreading my light upon social media like how I used to. And I feel like a huge thing that has got me kind of thinking again is just We recently had somebody in a restaurant. It was on Sunday, I believe. And the lady, she kind of filled me into, she is bipolar and she takes medication for it, but they had changed her medication. And so for days she was feeling super depressed to the point where like one day she woke up and she just felt like this is the day, like this is the day that it's just gonna like all go away. I'm just gonna go ahead and like end it now. And her son had said, hey, like, are we doing Breakfast Club? Like, are we going to Babo's Cafe? And so she felt like she could not deny her son of Breakfast Club because it is something that her and I believe she had said her grandfather had done many years back, and her son remembers that. And so she decided to go. That day, I actually was not at the restaurant, so my dad was there. And for some, like, she just felt like he was even more energetic that day, more like involved in like, hey, you should try this. This is what's new on our menu. Like, we have blah, blah, blah. And my dad's not always on the floor like that to be able to be talking to customers. And she told me that she felt saved after talking to my dad and just being able to have somebody so involved in like wanting to make her feel good in that moment. And I really feel like that's what we try to do with all of our customers, but to feel that feedback from somebody, to know that like they feel at home and they feel comfortable and somebody could bring them out of such a dark place, like that's amazing. Like it's a huge thing. Like, and I wouldn't even imagine, I would have never imagined that this person has these type of struggles. Like, she does not seem like the person that is going through life like that. And it honestly like puts you back into a perspective of like, we really don't really know what people go through every day, and we don't know like what kind of battles people are dealing with. So be nice. Like, obviously, if you have your issues with certain people, just stop, maybe dealing with them, or stop dealing with them for the moment, or take a deep breath and just like go back to the problem or something. But like, mental health is like a huge thing, and maybe some people battle with things differently and handle things differently. And I just believe like we should be a lot nicer to people because we don't know what anybody could be going through. And the same thing should be returned to you as well. Like, but obviously if you don't do your side of it, like, why do you expect anybody to be nice to you? Like, if you're an asshole to people every day and then you're like, everybody's being an asshole. Like, they being an asshole because that's what you're spreading into the universe. You're spreading it. And no offense, but normally that stuff spreads so much farther than positivity, unfortunately. Like, you will see so many people on Facebook comment on a negative post or the drama or the tea or whatever a lot quicker than something positive. Not always. It's about who you're surrounding yourself with. You could probably think about a post you've made recently, or who's liked something, and like, should we base everything off of a like? Probably not. Like, but everybody probably has had before in the past, or currently has, somebody in their circle that shouldn't probably be in their circle. That is like a hater. That is like deep down, they just there to watch everything that you're doing and just want to be close to you so they can be like, yeah, like, keep those people away from you. Try to find some positive people. Be the positive person in people's lives. That's what I try to do. I really do. I love that we have a restaurant. It is hard work. I work 7 days a week. I'm there all day, every day. Like, I recently just had a day off because I was sick. I didn't, but that's what I have to do to build a business, to be able to like show people what we're about, like show that like we are serious about our business, to show our employees that we're serious about our business. Like, you don't just open up a place and just decide like, Like, yeah, we just gonna let everybody else run it. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you set a tone in what you're doing. And hopefully you can have a crew that is willing to follow or willing to add to that. Like, I don't look at myself as this big boss. Like, I had one of the girls that actually works for me just was on the live a little bit ago, and she was like, hey boss. Like, she's so funny to me because she says that, and it's like really cute to hear. But I don't look at myself like that. I want everybody to learn something from one another. Like, I'm huge on talking with customers. Like, granted, I understand some people don't want you to talk to them. Like, okay, you get that vibe that they don't want to talk to you, leave them alone. Like, don't go, hey, talk to me. Like, don't be that person. But don't be the person either that's just like, oh, why didn't they leave me $1? I don't know. You didn't refill their drink and you didn't even say hello. You didn't even say thank you. Thank you for coming in. You know, like, the world could move a lot smoother and a lot better if people considered other people's lives and everything. Just, there's times that I feel like people get upset that, like, oh, this person came in, they didn't tip me or they didn't do this. But, like, did you do everything that you needed to do? Like, did you actually give them the great service that you believe that you gave them? And shoot, I mean, there are times, but also I believe, like, maybe somebody just didn't have it like that day. Maybe they have some higher or bigger priority, and, like, they still stopped into the restaurant and had food. Like, they still supported the business. I mean, we've even had before where homeless people have came in and we've given them food. I mean, what are we supposed to just be like, no? I mean, we could, but at the same time, hey, we're not going to lose off of a meal or two to help somebody in need. Like, stop being greedy. Stop being greedy. Now, those people that are haters, though, them homeless haters, like, them people are bad. The ones that are like, let's just be an asshole when you gave me some food. Like, I wanted some money for beer and shit. Like, but not all of them are like that. We have to stop looking at groups of people, whether it's race, religion, whatever it is, your janitor or your homeless person on the street. Like, you don't know who they truly are. Like, you don't know what kind of person they might be. Like, just because one of them left a bad taste in your mouth, that doesn't mean that every single one of them's the same. How would you like if somebody caught you on a bad day and you just gave them the expectation of, or like the perception of you that you are a bitch or an asshole or like whatever? That might not be you. That might have been you in the moment. Stop judging people. Thank you. Yeah. We also have had a homeless guy run off on us, but that's neither here or there. I've had a guy come in before and tell us his whole story. He's homeless and he still wanted to tip the server well. You know what I mean? So then when you see that, like, he wanted to pay for his meal, he wanted to tip the server well, like, all of that. So we had him in the building and one other table. And when he left that other table, it was their first time ever in. And they were like, oh my gosh, like, you guys are amazing. And we will, like, forever come here and support your business, because they have 2 children that are, I could be saying this wrong. I believe one is like a little more socially awkward, and then the other one does have a disability, and they're almost in their teenage years. So it really made this couple emotional, because they were like, we could only hope that there are people in this world just like you guys just were in that moment, to treat them the same as anybody else. Like, be okay. I don't have kids, but start raising your guys' kids right. Not saying everybody isn't, but stop letting your kids just tease kids in school. Stop letting your kids do whatever at home. Stop talking to them, however. Stop like putting your hands on them, disciplining them certain ways to where now they're like angry. All they know is anger, and they got all this anger built up. They can't do nothing to you, so they go to school and do something to a kid. A helpless kid that didn't need none of that. Because there's probably some kids that schools escaped them. Like, they don't have good homes. And I would hate for other people's kids to be the reason why they want to kill themselves. Do better. If y'all want to go and have kids, raise them kids. Raise them to be positive additions to our society. Hey, everyone coming in. Sorry, we drifted away because I was going back and forth, and now I'm like everywhere. So you guys can pick a new topic, or we can kind of stay on the same topic. Mainly why I got on here was to tell everybody to follow me on TikTok. Nella Baby XOXO. I'm going to try to get on TikTok more. I'm going to try to get with the trends. I'm just going to try. We're going to see where it goes. But yeah, I just think people need to be nicer. How is my mental health? I have days for sure. Like, it's really tough working as much as I do. So I've really been trying to think and figure out plans to get back into the gym, get back to swimming at least once a week, because swimming for me is the only thing that's ever been able to actually truly free my mind. And I feel like I need that. I definitely need that. But I think I'm getting to a better place than being like sad that I like just kind of am more reserved to myself, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm kind of trying to get back on here. And for me, it's never been like, oh, I had 500 likes. It's been about like building the relationships with people and being cool with people and just like seeing their growth. Like, I'm a huge team player. Like, I want to do things as a team. Keep talking your truth and being you, and your light can change the mind of many. And if it just affects one person, you're doing what you're supposed to talk and keep on going. Yeah, thank you, Shay. You know, people ask me a lot of times, like, what's your dream? And I've never had like one pinpoint dream. I've always just said I want to be able to help people. And I really don't know exactly what that means for me. Like, end goal, like when I'm 70 and I look back, or I shouldn't say 70 is still young, but like when I'm like 90 years old and I'm looking back and I just feel like I did everything to be able to help people in a way that I could. That's what I want to be able to do. Like, I want to be able to, like, oh, someone's having a bad day, make them laugh. Like, now they forgot about their bad day. Or, I don't know, just be able to give them some type of insight through my own experiences, because that's what I love hearing from people. I love being able to like hear somebody's story, and, you know, for me, that's beneficial because I'm in the restaurant. Like, I personally would, this is what I'm going to say. Somebody asked if I would ever do this ever again the other day about the restaurant. And I just kind of thought about it, and I'm like, yes and no. The main thing as to why it would be no would be just like how difficult it's been with employees, or difficult with just the ups and downs of the restaurant, knowing that like it takes as much as our time away from us. But the customers and meeting the people, the good, genuine people, has been the most fulfilling thing ever. Like, I genuinely feel like I have lifelong friends that I met just that have stepped through our restaurant. And that's amazing to me. Like, I don't know, like, you really figure out and you find those people that like make sense for you and you make sense for them, you know? And because we have that traffic and that ability to see multiple people daily, it's different. So I would say, to trickle back to the mental health part, I'm a super talkative and outgoing person. And I think like the only thing as far as a restaurant that can drain me at times is because I am so talkative and wanting to know like, oh, how was your last week? Like, I haven't seen these people for a week. Or like, oh, did that baby shower go well? Or how was the wedding? Or how was your trip that you took? Because I do so much talking and all that information overload, when I get home, a lot of times I struggle with like wanting to do anything because I've just been like, I just spent 8 hours doing all of that, you know? So just figuring out that balance and figuring out just how to get myself remotivated to do things like when I get home has been a little bit of a struggle. But we getting there. We're going to get there. We're going to be all right. It's just all up in here. Your biggest battle is your mind and whether or not you're telling yourself if you can do it. If you keep telling yourself like, this too hard or I can't do this, it will continue to be hard. You won't be able to do this. So you need to change that. Or you need to find people around you that will push you to change that. Because the people you surround yourself with is huge. You may not have been a negative person, but if you surround yourself around negative people, you may become that. And I know that's contradicting because I just said for that person that's in their head and may be negative to get around positive people. But I think those positive people will be able to figure it out. I think they would be able to help that person. But yeah, what else is new with everyone else on here? Are there any mental health struggles for anyone on here or anything that you guys want to talk about? Or yeah, let me know. I'm waiting. But yeah, should I cut for a quick little music break? What advice would you give for work-life balance? Well, it'd be hard for me to give advice because I'm currently not taking the advice, but I will give the advice. I truly do believe people need at least one day off to stay sane, to be able to have a break, be able to catch up on things that are for them personally. I think, you're sorry, I got sidetracked. I want to stay on topic. I think for me, a struggle has always been, and I've gotten a lot better at this. Most recently, I've gotten so much better at this. It's always been really bad. Can you give advice to a worker with a bad boss? Ari, get out of here. Don't be a liar. So Ari is one of the servers at Babu's Cafe at the restaurant. Love her, love her, love her, love her. So what I would say is a huge struggle, and it's always been a struggle of mine, even whenever I manage for Sprint, is delegating things to people, because I've always just felt like, oh, I need to like go triple check it, or I need to go help them, or I need to like be there if it needs fixed. And it's just like, you have to kind of learn when to step away and like trust the people working with you and working for you, whether or not that means you have a business or whether or not it just means like whatever the case may be. JK, love you, best boss ever. Don't make me cry on this live, girl. So if you suck at delegating like I have in the past, and I'm slowly starting to get better. I would say maybe start there. If delegation isn't your problem and it's just like you don't know how to stop working, maybe like setting up a timer on your phone, like, and have it say something wild like it's time to fucking party or something, like say something crazy like to get you out of just being so consumed with work. Does that help a little bit, or am I anywhere in the bracket? Like, what is it that you feel as if it is personally for you, or if you were asking the question for me more so, what is it that you feel as if is a struggle for you to keep like work and life balance? Like, I don't really have a work and life balance that much. Like, I come home, I just watch some TV, go to sleep. So what I would need to start to better my work and life balance would be getting back into the gym, getting better at getting back on social media, because I was a lot happier, I feel like, talking with people, and like it's a lot easier for me to follow my advice to others if I'm talking about it, if that makes sense. I'm a boss and I'm dedicated to the job and the community. So does the job and the community tie in together, or are they separate and you want to figure out balance between the job and doing things for the community? And also, I'm going to say, I appreciate y'all because y'all really be asking me for some advice, and I'm like, y'all value my opinion. Thank you. They tie in. That's tough, because I know somebody that their job kind of ties in like that, and they are a workaholic. I think they put me to shame for sure. I mean, so does that mean that you're working like 7 days a week? Do you feel as if you're not getting any type of break or time away? Or what does it feel like is happening for you? Because really, I think like the alarm thing could help semi. Just like if you're around the community and like you shouldn't be cussing, probably not. Let's fucking party. Maybe something like disco, and just like a disco beat to remind you like, oh shoot, it's time for me to like chill. Yeah, I work a lot, hard to get breaks / time away. Is there anyone that you could, is there like a way to set up like a volunteer program? Like maybe if there's a college or university in the area near you to where you could have extra help that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pay them like an employee, like an internship, or even something like a mentorship. Would that be able to help or alleviate you of some of your like daily duties to where you can find more of that free time? Oh, dang, the company won't allow it. Dang. Oh, I'm gonna have to, I don't know. So do you work how many hours a day? Okay, while you answer that, I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at Elijah's. I'm at a standstill with my girlfriend. I had a gut feeling I needed to check her phone and found out she reached out to her ex, confronted her, and she lied about it. No good. No good. Now she's trying to say that the issue is that I went in the phone and not that she hit him up. Whew. I'm not even meaning to be dramatic, but listen. This is what I'm going to say. Normally women have a certain intuition, but I'm so glad that a man had one too. Because I think this normally falls into women normally looking at a phone, but I'm glad that you did. Because there's something within you that told you to go do it. Am I saying, yeah, people should just be going through? You said, damn, help him, give him advice on. Now, am I saying that you should go through your partner's phone? No. Because if you're at a weird state where you feel like you can't trust them, then like, that's not okay. Do I feel like if we're partners and your phone lights up and I'm sitting right there and I just glance and I see something, that ain't me looking at your phone. That was something sent here for me to know what's up. Or we can look at it like this. My parents have been married for, I'm 32, like 33, 34 years. My mom or dad can easily give each other their phone and it's not going to be like, whoa, getting all nervous. Where's my phone at? Like, that shouldn't be happening. Like, we together, you shouldn't be nervous that I got your phone in my hand. So I don't know. It just really matters like what was said in the messages. Can we know what was said in the messages? Because now I'm here. Now I'm involved. I need to know. And is this the same girlfriend that you told me about before? The one that was all about being left under you? Like she was trying to stay with you all the time? Is that girl? That was like, why don't you want me over all the time? Is that girl? Or is this a new girl? Sorry. She was talking to him about how she wishes I would do things that he did. Yes, same girlfriend. So why ain't she with him? Why didn't it work with them? If she's so wishy-wishy about, she gonna piss me off. She gonna piss me off. First and foremost, that ain't cool. Because if you feel as if there's things that you want me to do, have the conversation with me. It's like, it's already a little touchy if you go to a friend and talk about her situation, but that's your friend. But you going back to your ex and talking to your ex about like, man, I really wish he could just get it together and be like you. Shorty, what? I was almost going to say something, but I caught it. And I don't know if I already said it previously because it just registered because I'm livid for you. I'm actually kind of like salty for you because just have the conversation. Like, has she tried to have the conversation with you as to where like she would like for you to do something differently? I don't get how we go from you want to be up under me every day and now I'm letting you be up under me and now you want to be on some... Wait, actually, did you ever let her be up under you? I don't know. I need to clarify that before I assume. I'm going to allow you to type. So, do 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 do. Yeah, I'm not really happy with her right now, and I don't know her, so I'm going to try my best to not judge her in this moment. Because my loyalty's so different. My loyalty be so different. Who's got the time? And I definitely don't got the time to talk to nobody I've talked to before. But I'm patiently waiting. We're all patient. All three of us in here, all four of us in here are patiently waiting. Elijah, please let us know. Because I am invested in this right now. Okay. So obviously she has her issues with me, but to go to him and express that is a violation. I don't vent to anybody about her except her. all her friends are in our business and now her ex too. Yeah, that's not cool. Because, okay, do you know the reason why her and her ex aren't together? Because why is she still so comfortable in talking to him when she has a man? Because that's one red flag right there. All right, girls normally are going to talk to their girls about stuff, especially if it's like minimal things that somebody could fix. I'm actually more so the type to probably not talk to somebody about it unless it like, okay, now it's getting real bad and I need to talk to somebody. And I'm probably going to go talk to my man's people. Hey, what's going on with your man's? Because this is how I feel and I know how he feel. So can you figure that out for me? Help me out. Let me figure him out through you. That's my problem. And if I'm wrong, I take my lashings and grow from it. She went to straight lying about it. She says they will have a forever connection. Okay, but why aren't they together then? Because I don't understand this forever connection. Like, people should have been keeping it in their pants because y'all chose all these people to be with or to not be with, but then y'all want to have this everlasting connection with them. Like, what, y'all gonna be 50 still connecting with your ex? So when y'all all have kids, y'all gonna be connecting with your ex? It just don't make sense. I think people say that shit in the moment to try to make it smaller than what it really is. Like, you're trying to make it smaller. Like, oh, I just have this huge, like, care for this. Like, okay, so go be with them. Or go be with somebody that's accepting of you having this huge care for your ex. Because that's weird. Like, to an extent, you can have some, like, nobody's saying be, like, an asshole to your ex or just completely dismiss them out of your life. But then I need to be introduced to your ex and we need to be like partners, like cool. We need to be cool because it's weird if I'm not cool with the person and you still want to be so cool with them, or like, I don't even know them like that. And I'm in your life and you trying to be like talking to them every day or every other day, or anytime they got a problem, you rush to go fix it. That's weird because you got other problems to handle. Sorry. I feel some type of way because I've had a similar thing before said to me about like connection. And you know what happens when you a real one like I am? I'm just going to tell you right now. And you a real one, Elijah. I know you are. When you're a real one, those people always find out that there's either an ulterior motive, or your person has an ulterior motive, or they gonna find out when that person switches up on them, when they get in a relationship, that that person is not playing that and they're not willing to lose them. So to me, it's just like, you're obviously willing to lose me because I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with you talking to your ex about me and us. Talk to me about us. Because it's really weird if the ex is talking to her about his situations, because it's like, there's too much emotion. There's too much past involved in that. And there's too much that can influence something from actually happening. Like, that ex could be saying something about you, or like changing up the whole dynamic of your guys' relationship because they feel like they have their best interest, but really they're a hater on the side. Another issue, I had to clear out my phone from all my exes. Cool, I understand. But when I was in her phone, there was still XXX pics in their thread. I swear people are only paranoid of shit being done to them that they would do. Yeah, exactly. You not wrong. That's exactly what it is. Like, I mean, I don't delete shit, but like if my phone starts deleting it, it's deleted. But to be in the relationship that I've been in as long as I have been in it, and for me to have any weird explicit photos, that would be fucking weird. And it just is not respectful at all. And I don't know, what's her whole thought process on this? Like, why is it accepting to her? Because this is the thing. I believe some people think that they're the exception, and there's just not. There's like very rare. There's like 1% exceptions to these types of cases. There's really genuine people that just want to be nice to their exes and they don't want nothing from them. And then there's those people that are like, we split up, we couldn't be together, so now we're trying to figure it out. We're going to go venture off with other people, but we've already manipulated each other's minds enough to be like, if it don't work out with nobody else, we're going to be together. Like, that's some weirdo shit. Like, stay clear, because she could be one of those. I swear people are, okay. It's acceptable to her because I checked the phone. But at what point in time did you delete everything out of your phone? Like, when she said something about it? Or did you just do that out of respect to her? Because, or did she like say, hey, you went through my phone, so let's now go through your phone? Or like, what was the dynamic? I would be wrong if there wasn't anything to see, but there was shit in the phone and then you lied on top of it. Yeah. Because she's probably manipulative. She's probably embarrassed, and she's probably like, her ex might not even want to be with her. She might be the one that still wants her ex. Or just like, I don't understand. Like, what is it that she wants you to do that her ex was doing that she just couldn't be with her ex then? Yes, she wanted everything out of my phone from the beginning of the relationship. Oh yeah. This chick is... And see, that's giving me like some weird vibe that like something wasn't going right in the relationship to start with. Like, her previous relationship couldn't have started off right, or couldn't have ended well for her to go into a relationship with you and just be like, make sure that you clear out your phone. What? I ain't never told nobody to clear out their phone. I got to go. Bro, good luck. Hun, thanks again. Take care. Take care. From what I saw, she was the one reached out first, and he was like she was pursuing a combo with him. Yeah. She's reaching. She's looking. Yeah. Don't. What are I know I've asked it, but I don't think I've gotten a response on it. Like, what are the things that she's wanting you to do? Like her ex. Like, what is that big of a deal to the ex that she is no longer with, that she wants to carry into this relationship? And she needs to also understand that, like, not every relationship is the same. Not all people are the same. So if she were to just express herself, and probably also needs to change things about herself, then maybe she would be able to get you to do some of those things. But she's probably not trying to change herself. She probably just wants to change you. Which is not cool. So we have a deep discussion on my man Elijah went through his girl's phone. Girl texting the ex, basically telling the ex that, you know, she wishes her man would do things like her ex. Like, what is your guys' opinion on that? Like, and then I think this girl, she done took some plays from a man. No offense, I'm just gonna say this, because like I said, I believe women go through phones more than, like, there's more reactions of a woman going through a man's phone versus like a man doing that. And I'm not judging you for it. Like, it happened, like, and you had every right to, based on what you found. But for a woman to be like you should have never went through my phone, and then lie on what was being talked about when it's like right there for you to read, like, What is your guys' opinion on that? Y'all sticking with Shorty? Like, are y'all trying to figure out if you can fix the things that she's wanting you to change? Hey, miss you too. I haven't been on here very often. I'm going to try to get back on here though. And I got on here to tell everybody to follow me on TikTok, Nella Baby XOXO. Thanks. Yeah, I want y'all to help my mans out because once again, I'm not a guy, and I've personally been the one before to glance at a phone and see something and then be like, ooh, the moment this man walk away and go into that gas station, click, click, oh. And you know what? It ain't really ever worth seeing what you see. But at the same time, because this is the thing, a lot of people just want like, it's so sickening. People want like that moment in time, that feel good moment in that time. So they say whatever to somebody. Like, she could be texting her ex to just make herself feel good. She might not even want him, but it's still fucked up because she shouldn't be doing that. So same thing, like, text her all day and FaceTime her all day, shit like that. And a whole ass business. I am a whole ass business owner, and bro is a SoundCloud rapper. Oh, baby girl, don't miss your blessing. Don't miss your blessing on the SoundCloud. No, I'm talking about You're the Blessing, Elijah. But I mean, I don't know. I would just be like, yo, like, I don't know. Do you want to come to work with me? I don't know. Like, a girlfriend that still wants to be connected to her ex forever. Watch out, my guy. That ain't right. She on one. Thank you. I feel like she on one too. She definitely still wants her ex, and she is trying to train him like a dude would. And the first chance she gets to get him back, she will cheat. I feel that too. Because this is the thing. We can't help who people love. And the thing is like, people love people for all the wrong reasons. People want people to do things that they want instead of accepting the people that they love, if that makes sense. Like, if you know you got yourself in a player situation and you dealing with this dude that's a player, like, either you gonna deal with the shit and he gonna eventually stop playing around and take things serious, or you're going to deal with it forever and you can't try to change that man because you knew what you was getting into. So same thing with her. Like, if she knew she was getting into a business owner's life, she needs to accept the fact that you got a business to run. She should be happy that you have a goal to do better in your business, not just be on the phone with her all day. How old is she? How old is this girl? 18 or something? Like, what's she doing all day that she want to be on the phone all day is my thing. And she goes back to her, and this goes back to her wanting to be right up under me all the time, like I told you a while ago. And see, like, this is the thing. I've definitely had somebody tell me like, oh, you just gonna be happy when you could be all up under me. Like, yes and no. That's an extreme want to be all up under you. Me, I need my space from time to time, but I want you in my presence. Like, I can take my space, and like, I should be able to be over there on my laptop doing something for the business, and you shouldn't be like trying to poke me. Like, pay attention to me. Like, girl, do you want these bills paid or not? Because I'm not gonna be able to pay these bills if you want me to call you all day long. How you expect me to pay for the phone bill that I call you on the phone? I need this work to go through. She's 1 day older than me. I'm 27. I don't know. She pretty up there for her to be wanting to be like that. That's kind of just extreme. That's extreme. I don't know. Do you have clear enough communication with her? Oh, y'all both Scorpios? Have you looked into the astrological issues there? I don't know personally. I'm asking you because I do look into that. Like, I know for me personally, my relationship, we're both very stubborn people. For us, it's we both have our own ways and we're set in our ways. And that's not easy at times. And, you know, the worst thing about it is somebody feeling like they have to win or they have to get the upper hand. And you can't think that way. And she probably thinks like it's a game. She probably thinks, you know, if I get him to drop everything and talk to me all day or at least be on the phone with me, I'm winning. I got him to do what I feel like makes me feel fulfilled and he cares about me. I don't know. You got to maybe try to figure out a different way to show her that you care about her, or be like, hey, in what other way can I show you that I care about you? Because to me, I can't negotiate my business and my time that I need, my focus time that I need with the business. I can't negotiate that to just be on a phone with you all day. Hey, sorry, I didn't see the wave. Yeah, we're talking about, I'm glad that there's guys on here because they should definitely be helping out with advice. I hear you, Nella, but the question is, do I trust her after this? Trust. Can I continue this? That is a hard question. Trust is so hard because everybody does trust differently. So some people either earn their trust. Like it takes time for them to trust you. So you're earning it gradually and then they trust you. Or you're the person that gives trust full in, and then people end up breaking it. I'm one of those people, like I give full trust. Like I just off the rip, when I care for someone, I give them just all full access to my trust. And then it starts like breaking away once they start doing stuff, or if they just show me who they really are. So that's a really hard one. I guess it just depends. Like, if you see yourself longevity being with this person, you could probably give them one more chance. And you could probably, the best advice I could give you is probably setting a time limit on it. Maybe like a 3-month time limit, and see, like, do things change in three months? Does she take the steps to listen and give her honest opinion and stick to that opinion, and you guys can find growth within that? Because maybe there's like a conversation that needs to be had. Not that there probably hasn't been a conversation, but if nothing's getting resolved from the conversations being had, then like there can't be growth. You can't grow if nothing's being resolved. If nobody's saying, yes, this is what I'm going to do moving forward, and we're not going backwards, and we're not looking back at the things that have already transpired. Like, yeah, it's in the back of your mind, but if nothing else were to happen moving forward and y'all end up being together and everything, like, you're not going to look back really at that moment unless that were to happen again. And that's the thing. It's just like, I don't know. It's something that you need to ask yourself. Is the person like worth you giving your trust again? I give full trust. I'm willing to get hurt in the pursuit of love. I feel like if I'm always worrying about you doing shit behind my back, then I'm not loving you to my full potential. That is great. You are so correct on that, because I feel that. I feel that for sure. I definitely feel that. Like, I definitely feel like I've been there before, where I've taken a hit on not trusting somebody, and it definitely does damage. Like if you don't trust somebody and you just kind of going through the motions, because some of the things that they're doing, like you just not gonna have interest in, because you just wonder like, why are you so interested in that? Sorry, like why are you so stuck on that still? Like, so I don't know, maybe you need to weigh out some pros and cons list, like the pros of being with her, the cons of being with her. She needs to probably do the same. Y'all need to probably discuss like what the future looks like, what you would want out of a relationship, what she wants out of a relationship, and really go from there. Because if she's just stuck on this whole call me while you at work, be on the phone with me all day, like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen if you on the phone with a whole nother person. Like, why should I give you that when you are over here doing something else? Oh, you're going to make a Venn diagram? That's good. I don't know. Like, relationships are so sticky and so just, it's hard to give advice, because I could give you advice that I may not even take myself, or it sounds good, you know what I mean, until you're in the moment, until you're in that actual situation. And I'm not saying that like I would want to give somebody advice that I would not take myself. I'm just saying that it's so much easier to give people advice than to actually follow the advice, if that makes sense. And I just think every relationship is so complex in their own way that, yeah, y'all just need to figure out what pages y'all are on. I appreciate your advice, because you're an outsider and you aren't jaded in the situations like people who know me would say. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, like, when you come to your friends with some stuff like this, people going, like, this is the thing. This is the thing about friends. And I don't have many. Like, I really don't. Like, that's why when somebody's like, oh, think for yourself, or you're not thinking for yourself, like, I know I think for myself because I don't have many friends. Like, and I don't want friends that are just going to be like, yeah, Sanela, fuck him, da-da-da. Or like, let's go out, let's get fucked up. And like, nah, fuck all that shit. That shit is lame to me. That's whack. Like, I'm not going to go deal with my problems like that. But what I will say is that friends around you or people around you, it could be family, it could be associates, it could be close friends. They're always going to, most of the time, not all, depending on what kind of friends you have around you, they're going to normally give you the advice of like, man, fuck her, go find you another chick. Or like, you know how many chicks out there, dude? Or blah, blah, blah. Like, you could do that, but who's to say you wouldn't be in the same situation with a new chick? And I'm not saying stick around with somebody, because there's people like one and done and you out of here. I wish I could be somebody like that, but I give people too much. I empathize with people, and I do truly believe that like sometimes people have other demons that they battle, and people have been in relationships prior to you that they got their own idea of what things should be and how they should be. But that's where like people got to throw all that shit away. Like, they can have their opinion on what they would want in a relationship. Yes. But they also need to listen to yours and figure out how y'all can bring that into one. Like, there is no use of you just wanting to build me up into this, build a man, but you not nothing near the build a woman I would want. And I'm not even trying to build you. You over here trying to change everything about me, but you ain't even trying to look at yourself. I think that's the biggest thing, is like, I think too, it's so easy for people to find people nowadays, or to like deal with multiple people, or to like experience so many different people. So like, it's overwhelming, and people may not even really know what they actually want. They see something and it seems good and it seems easy. So they're just like, that's what I want. And it's just like, you can't really have what you want unless you talk to your partner about what you want. And if they're not willing to go half on it or grow, or like, I don't know, give somewhere and compromise with you, because like, that's the easy fix. Like, Shorty, stop tripping about me not calling you while I'm at work. Because that's weird. And that dude should not have that much time on his hands where he's trying to talk to his ex that is with somebody new. Like, he lame for doing that. Grass ain't always greener on the other side type shit. Period. And it's not. Know that. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Sorry. I didn't want to be extra doing that, but it really is not. Anybody else have their opinions? I know there's not many people on here, but my thing is just like, I don't know. If you're willing to look past it this one time, because I will say after so many times of going back to, I think like the value of what you're actually wanting diminishes because that person keeps like disrespecting what you're standing for. So like, don't ever let what you're standing for get diminished just because like they want something that is like absolutely crazy to ask for from somebody that is not doing anything wrong. Like, you're just going to your business and you're trying to elevate yourself and they want to be on the phone with you all day. Like, does she work? Is she at a job that she can just be on the phone with you all day? I'm not trying to like come at her. I'm just trying to understand where it's making sense that she wants you to be on the phone with her all day. And you've already expressed that you have to have your attention on the business. Like, I don't get that. And my ethnicity, I'm half Serbian, half Bosnian. So if you don't know where that is, we are near Croatia. We're on the other side of the boot of Italy, from the Balkan area. Yeah. But Elijah, I don't know. Nella, I appreciate you and you taking your time to talk this over with me. I wouldn't feel comfortable to talk about this on live if we didn't have this bond. Thank you, and you always my dog, period. You see, like, this isn't weird. But, like, I feel like right now if your shorty were to see all this, even if it wasn't about her, it may be upsetting. And I get that, but I also don't get that because, like, you didn't come disrespectful. Like, you didn't really say anything bad about her. And that's how I know you have true love for her and you do care about your relationship. Because you aren't talking badly about her. You're just trying to figure out, like, how can I, like, move forward and how can we get on the same page? Because right now I don't feel like it's really healthy that she is still holding on to this bond. And maybe that's going to have to be something that you figure out, that you tell her, like, hey, like, I'm not really comfortable with this. Same way that you're not comfortable that I'm not on the phone with you all day. I'm not really comfortable that you have this bond with your ex still to this day, because it's weird. Like, because at the end of the day, who you gonna lay in bed with? Who you gonna lay in bed with? Because if you lay in bed with me, your ex probably lay in bed with somebody. Why y'all got this connection? It's disrespectful to his maybe potential girlfriend or person in his life, and it's disrespectful to you. It just is. I hate when, like, I had like lipstick and now it's like got my lip looking crazy. Well, I'm gonna get off of here.